Welcome back to the nutrition segment, and this is still Breakfast Daily, and we're going to have a conversation about meals this Christmas. And as we the festive season starts to brew up nicely, most of us are preparing to get all those groceries that are going to give us the special foods that we have been anticipating. So maybe some of us all year, and it's Christmas time. But it's important to also continue to eat healthy during this Christmas. So we're going to be talking to Akosua Iyadom, and she's going to help us to get into that conversation, knowing what to choose as you go shopping and so on and so forth. Don't forget that this segment is sponsored by the Farmers Market. Akosua, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine. I'm glad we are back.
Yes. It's good to be back. Yes, let's talk about healthy meals for this Christmas season. What would be your take on this?
Okay, so we always are preaching healthy meals, and it's important that we don't forget about that, especially in this era of COVID-19. Christmas will never be the same like it's been. So we have to be conscious about some nutrients like zinc, vitamin D, vitamin C. I know that if you know nothing at all, or if you've not even heard anything as far as COVID-19 is concerned, just know that just making sure that you are having enough zinc-rich foods, enough vitamin C-rich foods. We've spoken extensively about it, so you can go on Citi Tube on YouTube or my pages for information on that if you know nothing. But we will break everything down as the conversation progresses. You will be helping your immune system. And so it's very important that as part of whatever we are doing for Christmas, we pick some clues from this segment to help us to make informed choices, to make sure everybody within the life cycle, as far as our family members and whoever we are inviting to our house is concerned, are done some amount of good. To start off, I will say that make sure that everything you are cooking will be enjoyed. What am I saying? Tubani is one of the most healthiest foods in Ghana as far as talking about northern delicacies are concerned. But if Kweku, you will be coming to my house this Christmas and you know nothing about Tubani, no matter how healthy it is, you wouldn't want to take Tubani. There are people who we may want to try other foods, but that is different. If it's a season, if it is Christmas, make sure that whatever you are cooking is going to be enjoyed by everybody coming. So that is what I will start off by saying. We can quickly move to the clues and then take it off.
Let's do that.
To start off, I will say that the first thing to do is to find out exactly what you need. And finding out exactly what you need, we are talking about you knowing your gender, you knowing your age, you knowing your nutritional assessment as far as your BMI. We've spoken about it weeks ago. We've calculated it, knowing your waist to hip, knowing your health condition, and knowing every other medical information about you is concerned. That is, if it's a family gathering, you need to make sure that, okay, whatever I am bringing on the table, I am hypertensive. I am not hypertensive. That's an example. I am hypertensive. Kweku has issues with blood sugar spike. Jifa also has this and that. And so how do we plan our meals in such a way that we are satisfying everybody's individual need, but we are eating the same food? So that is what I mean by the first point. That is knowing exactly what you want or what you need. So you need to work with some information. And like I said, obviously the life cycle can affect you as a man or as a woman. For instance, I am not experiencing menopause. So as far as my nutrient needs are concerned, it will be different from somebody in her menopausal age who is struggling with calcium, because at that age, most people are likely to suffer from osteoporosis, which means that there is a depletion in their calcium stores. So how do I make sure that I deal with that depletion as far as that woman in her menopausal age is concerned? Men, andropause, they have issues with sexuality and a whole lot. So how do I twist my meals in such a way that I am taking care of the needs of the man as far as everything he will need is concerned? And how do I take care of mine as far as me being in my menopausal age is concerned, and everything I will need to help me is or are also concerned? So the second point eat less at a time, and that is in accordance with your daily meal chart, where breakfast, we have an image. I gave an example of food. So these are the clues. We are on the second point.
Okay.
And we are talking about eat less at a time in accordance with your daily meals, where we have breakfast, we have AM snack, we have lunch, we have PM snack, and then we have supper.
Okay.
So you need to make sure. There are people you meet and they go like, I eat 2 times a day. Why am I having these issues?
Yeah.
But our meals are supposed to be spread. There is a reason why it is called breakfast. You starve yourself of food because you were asleep.
Yeah.
So you need to wake up. You need to break that fast. And then AM snack is just to cushion you. And you realize that our method of cooking ends up destroying some of the nutrients. So if you are having an AM snack of, let's say, an apple, Granny Smith, the green one, or I'm having grapes, I'm having oranges, those fruits are kind of packed as far as everything God placed in them is or are concerned. Okay. So you are eating orange and everything in it, as far as ascorbic acid is concerned, is being obtained. There is nothing like this has been taken off it because of better cooking, A, B, whatever. And most of these micronutrients are heavily deposited in some of the fruits and vegetables. Okay. So it is very important that we slot them there. Then we have our lunch, we have our PM snack, and then we have our supper. So that is we spread in our meals. That is what I mean by the second point. Then the third clue, you make healthy habits part of your celebrations. In as much as we want to celebrate, I am not a cake person, but okay, I tried chocolate cake and I loved it. Why chocolate cake? Because I know that chocolate is good for the heart. And so as far as cocoa is concerned, so in as much as you would want to have fun with the foods you are eating, ask yourself, how do I contribute to nutrition as far as whatever we want to do is concerned? The fourth one is make food look festive. Okay. So most of mothers who come to the hospital will go like, my child is not eating. It's not just with the festive season. We have a problem with presentation here. So we always fold our banku a certain way. It's not exciting. Yes, our meals are not exciting. It's always banku in a rubber. How many people will fold banku in what we use for wache or the wache leaves? How many people will do that? It's like we are used to always having it this way. Why don't we twist it this way? And I always tell moms with little children that they are not enticed by your white plates. It's about the colorful things they see around them. Their spoons should be green. It should be, if a child is by the television right now, the child will be watching me. I mean green. And it's something that pops. It draws their attention. Yes, so you should make sure that foods are presented in a way that they pop. So instead of just having plain boiled rice sitting on the ashet or sitting on the oval plate, let me say oval plate, you can just have carrot chopped in a certain way that you can use it as the eye. You have green onions being used at the nose or the lip. And then you can have something else for the ears and other things. It will draw whoever, being a child or an adult, to the table because they can see something presentable, something very enticing. So we should make sure that whatever we are serving has a bit of the Christmas tree. The tree is decorated, so that is how it should be with your meals. And then we have, we have example of how fruit should be even served to children. You can have, if I want my child to eat fruits this season, you can chop your banana a certain way, have the pineapple being used as a sun, like the example we have there. You have pineapple there, you have cherries there, you have kiwi, you have oranges there. This is very beautiful. And every child they will want to dismantle whatever is there. So they will just leave these cherries, eat. They will leave the tangerine.
Even this is an attractive place for an adult.
Yes, this is very attractive. So this is something you can do this Christmas to make sure that you have something enticing. This is an example for you. You can also play with whatever you have. You can make fruits and melon baskets, and it will be very beautiful. Then 5, offer enticing taste quenches that are pleasing. Example, you can flavor your water. You can just chop some cucumbers, carrots, and what have you into your water, so that, okay, if I come and the water jug is sitting down, okay, this is water, but I see, I can smell mint in there. I can have cucumber in there, and it's like it adds to the flavor of water, especially if you struggle to take water like me, because it's
too bland.
Yeah, there's nothing in there. So just twist your water, squeeze some lemon or lime in there, and then just add some twist. And the lemon is blessed with vitamin C. So I'm not just adding something which is going to be of harm to my body. Cucumber blessed with other nutrients. So make sure whatever you are using to twist or to entice people to your table is adding something as far as nutrients are concerned. And then savor the flavor. So take your time to appreciate the taste in food. I've said on this show that it takes up to 20 minutes for satiety signals to reach the brain. So if you're somebody who is eating 5 to 10 minutes, you are done. Information hasn't been even taken to the brain to tell you that, okay, now I've gotten those signals, so halt, you are satisfied. If you can finish 2 balls of kenke in 10 minutes, that's the reason why most people continue to eat, because it would take up to 20 minutes before information will be sent to the brain. So if you're somebody who take your time to masticate or chew food properly, you can really feel every flavor. If it's smoked salmon, if it's grilled chicken, if it's like roasted, there are people who can't even tell me between charcoal grill and oven grill.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
you should take your time to savor the flavor, to kind of appreciate bite by bite. You should feel whatever you are eating. That is the set point. And then move frequently. We need to stay fit. Yes, get together. We are not just in to eat. So after Christmas, you meet most people and you go like, hey, what happened to you? They've added on. But some of us will come out looking same. You should move a lot. Make sure you are exercising. Make sure you are dancing. Make sure you are doing something that will keep you moving. And then you try out some healthier recipes. And then make sure other sugars are out, other salts, saturated fats, and others. So we are still conscious as far as nutrition is concerned, and nutrition has never been so critical like it has been in 2020 because of Uncle COVID-19 or anti-COVID-19. So you need to make sure that whatever you are doing, add sugar, because we don't want you to have a sugar spike, or you don't want to be diagnosed with diabetes after Christmas because this time you decided to be eating or having parties. And then you limit your salt intake because you don't want to put pressure on the heart, whereby we can say that after Christmas you are hypertensive, because these are what comes to the facilities sometimes after Christmas or after the festive season. And saturated fat, we don't want to increase our triglycerides levels, which will influence we having cardiovascular diseases, because we have a lot of the HDL, that's a bad cholesterol, in our system. And then you keep it simple. You don't have to do something really out of the box. No matter how healthy I said to Bani is, moi moi is, you don't come to Citi and say that it is Christmas. Everybody is eating moi moi when I don't like moi moi. Make it simple. It should be the everyday meals we eat, but twisted in a way that makes it more even enticing and more appealing, and would want us to rush. Jollof is jollof, but this time I can see that there is a little twist to this jollof, and I would want to have a plate of that jollof. Then you shop smart and eat smart. So you buy in season. So know what to do as far as you making your Christmas menus are concerned. So there are foods in season. Make sure you plan that way so that it's even easier. Because if you plan and you would have to move, let's say from Tema or Sakumono all the way to Agubloshi or Mokola to be able to get it, it will put pressure on you. Christmas, there are a lot of movements out there.
And there's a lot of traffic.
And there's a lot of traffic. So plan. So if it's in season, you can be assured that, okay, I can get some even on the Spintex Road, a small shop, a small mart. So make sure it's smart. Work with your budget. The fact that Kweku is having cheesecake with chocolate cakes and others doesn't mean that that is the same thing you should have. Work with what you cut your coat according to your size. And the final one is be a pioneer in healthy habits, especially when it comes to children. Whatever you do, in the house, they copy. So influence them in a positive sense. If you cut your fruits the way we displayed, you will definitely influence them in a good sense. And you will need to be conscious about boosting on the immune system of whoever is coming or whatever you are serving. So even if I have to enter your house once this festive season, you have to make sure whatever you are giving me is boosting on my immunity and that of children, because runny nose, constant colds, reoccurring flu, and gastrointestinal baths, it's a common happening, or there are conditions children of school-going age suffer. And so you need to make sure that there is a deliberate effort as far as giving children food is concerned. Make sure they have enough vitamin D. We have vitamin D-rich foods, the leafy green vegetables, and you realize that, and zinc. The leafy green vegetables, fruits and vegetables, very difficult for children, but they are blessed in some of these things we are talking about as far as vitamin D and zinc is concerned, to help them as far as some of these conditions are concerned. Most children experience flus, colds, they have gastrointestinal bags, and so if you are giving them foods rich in these nutrients, you will be helping them. And vitamin C, obviously, because in COVID-19, vitamin C, zinc, vitamin D, it's like those two, vitamin C and zinc, very critical. So you have to make sure that whatever you are serving, whoever is coming to your house is blessed with some of these nutrients in there. So fruits and vegetables are very good for that. And then you go on by saying that there are some clues for boosting on your child's immunity. So let's focus on them too, because they are vulnerable to infection. One, a great diet. It should be balanced and nutrient-dense. Make sure whatever you are serving your child is balanced. If you don't know what a balanced diet is, it has all the 6 food groups in there in the right proportion. You can follow Citi Tube on YouTube for all the information you need on balanced diet, and maintain your child's microbiota levels. As far as probiotics are concerned, I will go in for that. You can do supplementation, and I will say here that don't go for any supplements for your child or help without consulting a pediatrician and a nutritionist. Make sure that is done, because the information or medical information or history about me might be different from your child. For my child might be different for your child. So you need to make sure that every medical information that needs to be factored into giving a specific supplement is made available, and a very good immune booster for children. I'll give you an example, but no pharmacy will sell it to you until you've walked in with a prescription. It's called elderberry. It's very good as far as working on the boosting on the immune system of children are concerned. It is blessed with vitamin D, and I'm very particular about, I was interested in the elderberry because you know that you need to take a lot of food rich in vitamin D before you make your daily need of vitamin D. So vitamin D can be a problem for everybody, including children. And so if you have a supplement that makes vitamin D available and ensures that your child will have his or her need as far as vitamin D is concerned for the day, because some of us are not even, some of them are not even exposed to sunlight. So it's very important.
Which is another way of getting vitamin D.
Which is another way, a natural way of making sure vitamin D is there for the body. Because in this time, too, most parents will want children to be indoors because they don't want you going out. They don't know what you're going to touch. Infection is a reason why parents are very careful. So elderberry, like you said, I know you know, can be of help. So consult your pediatrician and a nutritionist because it's a supplement. Yes, I can give you the go ahead.
Do we have elderberry fruits in Ghana? I mean, I don't know if you've noticed.
No. It's you can check from the farmers market because they make a lot of things happen. So you can check from the farmers market. But like I said, sometimes you will need to eat more of these things to be able. Vitamin D is such a problem. It's like a princess. You need to take much to be able to have your need of vitamin D. That's why most people would want to expose themselves to the sun so that the little they can get from whatever they need can add up to what they will need for the day. But if your child is not exposed to the sun, if your child wouldn't even want to eat ask yourself how many plates can a child finish? Or how many dessert bowl of salad can a child finish? Because at that age, mastication can be even difficult. So that's why I said it's for school-going children. I never said preschool, because for preschoolers, chewing can be a problem. Somewhere between 2 to 3, 4, sometimes it's such a problem. But 6 going, you can be assured that they can chew. And then you make sure that your children should have enough sleep. You know, they want to watch cartoons, they want to do this, no school, and so sometimes you can allow them to go overboard. At least 8 hours of rest will go a long way to help your child as far as boosting on their immunity is concerned. And then you add supplements. I've spoken about it because it does wonders, and I've given an example. Make sure the supplements zinc, vitamin C, and then vitamin D. So that should guide you as far as supplementing or supplementation is concerned. And that's vitamin C. We are blessed with a lot of citric fruits. We have oranges, we have tangerine, we have pineapple, we have grapefruit. So you can be assured if and an orange a day can give you your daily need of ascorbic acid or vitamin C. So that would be that. And calm the stress and anxiety in children. When they are anxious, talk to them. And we've spoken about some foods also helping with stress and anxiety. Watermelon. Coconut juice.
It's brilliant.
They are all wonderful examples as far as foods that relaxes us as all are concerned. So I know we said a lot, but you know what to do as far as clues to whatever you need to be given to your visitors, your children, your family is concerned.
Fantastic. So just before you leave us, you know, you were saying this thing about savoring the flavor, right? I think that was number 6. Now, the challenge with that is that in our environment, most people's attitude towards food is just eat enough, get full, and move on. You know, how do we break this thing, you know, and just really take our time to...
Food should be chewed properly before swallowing. We had a presentation, I think 4 or 5 weeks ago, about digestion. And we said when you don't chew thoroughly, you put pressure on the small intestines. And now when the small intestines, they are being pressured, it's like you are giving me more than I can handle. Let me release it to the large intestines. The large intestines is like a bigger factory where everything is like it's a big place, so I do things
the main
the
digestion
big way.
Should be in the small intestine.
It should be in the small intestine. So if it's pushed outside, where the reason why indigestion will happen is because food wasn't thoroughly chewed or mastication wasn't properly done. And so I have to release it to the large intestines. Now, when I release it, there is fermentation in the process, and it causes gassing and bloating. So you have a lot of people having pot bellies. Lawyer Johnson, before he left, said it. Because of some of these habits, please, 20 minutes to eat. That's why lunch break is 30 minutes, and some people give you an hour. So if you don't take time to eat, you have some of these issues, indigestion. Some people, it can get so bad that afterwards, after gassing, now they have heartburns. It's like, so when they belch, you can smell whatever you ate kind of coming back because it has not gone down so well. So it's important that you chew properly and make sure that whatever needs to reach the brain is given the time it needs to reach the brain. If chewing is a problem, you can blend and make smoothies out of it. If chewing is an issue, that way I have made the work of the small intestines very easy.
All right, fantastic. Thank you very much, Akosua.
It's always a pleasure.
How do people reach you?
Okay, so you can call me on 0243 or send me a WhatsApp, 0243 350206, 0243 350206 on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Nutritionist Akosua, and then on Instagram at the Nutritionist Akosua. On Instagram at the Nutritionist Akosua, so you can send me a message or call me.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thanks
Akosua.
for having me.
So Akosua Kodedu-Yadam is a state-registered nutritionist, and she's been helping us to get into the whole conversation about healthy meals for this festive season. It's very important for us to come out of the season actually being healthier than we're going in. Now, this segment of the show is sponsored by the Farmers Market. Farmers Market, 100% hygienic and farm fresh.
Hi there. We hope you enjoyed the show.
Make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and share with your friends.
This is Breakfast Daily on Citi TV.
Join the Breakfast Daily team Monday through Fridays from 7:30 a.m. to 10. Join us for breakfast daily, only on Citi TV.